Have you ever felt lost in the darkness of life, uncertain, confused, and burdened by suffering, wondering if there is a way out? From the beginning of time, human beings have searched for meaning, for truth, and for a light that could guide them beyond pain and ignorance. This search is not just about wealth, success, or worldly pleasures. It is a deeper yearning, the journey of the soul. Over 2,500 years ago, a young prince named Siddhartha Gautama left behind his royal comforts and set out on a path to discover the truth of existence. After years of searching, meditation, and profound realization, he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree and became the Buddha, the Awakened One. His teachings were not about blind belief or ritual, but about direct experience. How to move from darkness to light, from ignorance to wisdom, from bondage to liberation. In this video, we will uncover his timeless teachings on how the soul moves from darkness to light, from bondage to liberation. Stay with us till the end, because the wisdom of the Buddha can transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. Subscribe the channel and watch till the end to know the practical path that can guide us in today's modern, stressful world. So, let us begin this sacred journey. The darkness of ignorance. The Buddha described the condition of unenlightened beings as living in avidya, or ignorance. This ignorance is not about the lack of worldly knowledge, but about not knowing the true nature of existence. We chase pleasures, attach ourselves to possessions, cling to relationships, and identify with our bodies and minds, believing these will give us permanent happiness. But life is impermanent. Everything changes. Youth turns into old age, health into sickness, birth into death. When we do not see this truth, we suffer. Buddha compared this state to a person trapped in a dark room. The room has doors and windows, but because of blindness, the person cannot see the way out. Similarly, our soul, our consciousness, is already free, but ignorance blinds us. The darkness of ignorance manifests in three poisons. Desire, labha, the endless craving for more. Hatred, dosa, anger, resentment, and aversion to what we dislike. Delusion, moha, the inability to see reality as it is. These three poisons bind the soul to the cycle of samsara, the endless round of birth and death, pleasure and pain. The spark of awareness. Even in the darkest night, a small flame can change everything. For the Buddha, this spark is the awakening of awareness, the recognition that life as we live it is filled with suffering, but suffering has a cause and therefore it can end. This recognition begins with what the Buddha called the Four Noble Truths. Dukkha, life involves suffering. We face birth, old age, sickness, and death. Even in joy there is impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Samudaya, the cause of suffering is craving. Our endless thirst for possessions, power, and pleasures traps us in dissatisfaction. Nirodha, the cessation of suffering is possible. When craving ends, peace arises. This is liberation, nirvana. Magga, the path to end suffering, is the Noble Eightfold Path. This understanding is like a ray of light entering the dark room. Suddenly, the soul begins to see that freedom is possible. The journey of transformation. The Buddha did not simply point out the problem. He gave a path of practice, a practical method for moving from darkness to light. This path is known as the Noble Eightfold Path. It is not a set of commandments, but a way of living, cultivating wisdom, morality, and meditation. Right view, understanding reality, seeing impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Right intention, cultivating thoughts of compassion, non-harm, and renunciation. Right speech, speaking truthfully, kindly, and meaningfully. Right action, living ethically, avoiding harm to others. Right livelihood, earning in ways that support peace and not suffering. Right effort, directing energy to wholesome qualities. Right mindfulness, awareness of body, feelings, thoughts, and reality in the present moment. Right concentration, deep meditation that leads to insight and liberation. This path is like building a bridge across a vast river. On one side lies ignorance, craving, and bondage. On the other side lies freedom, peace, and nirvana. Step by step, the soul crosses this bridge. Light of wisdom. When one practices the Eightfold Path, a profound transformation begins. The Buddha explained that wisdom arises when the mind becomes pure and still. This wisdom is not intellectual knowledge. It is a direct experience of reality. One sees clearly, all things are impermanent. All things are unsatisfactory when clung to. All things are without a fixed, separate self. This realization dissolves ignorance like sunlight dissolves fog. The soul, once trapped in craving and delusion, now awakens to freedom. Buddha described this awakening as seeing things as they truly are. Liberation, the end of the journey. The ultimate goal of the journey is nirvana, the extinguishing of the fires of greed, hatred, and delusion. Nirvana is not a place. It is not heaven. It is a state of consciousness beyond suffering, beyond birth and death. The Buddha said, "There is, monks, an unborn, unbecome, unmade, unconditioned. If there were not, there could be no escape from the conditioned. But since there is escape." This means that the soul's true nature is free, luminous, and boundless. Nirvana is the light that was always there, hidden by ignorance. The journey is simply removing the veil. The journey in daily life. You may wonder, is this journey only for monks meditating in forests? The Buddha's answer was clear: no. His teachings are for all: monks, householders, men, women, rich, poor. The journey begins with small steps. Practicing mindfulness in daily activities. Speaking with kindness. Reducing greed and anger. Meditating to calm the mind. Every small step is part of moving from darkness to light. Even a single act of compassion is a spark of enlightenment. The timeless relevance. Though the Buddha walked the earth 2,500 years ago, his message is more relevant today than ever. In a world filled with conflict, greed, and restlessness, his path shows us that true peace cannot be found outside. It must be discovered within. The soul's journey is not about escape, but about awakening, seeing clearly, living compassionately, and realizing freedom. The journey of the soul, as explained by Gautam Buddha, is a movement from ignorance to wisdom, from craving to peace, from bondage to liberation. It is the story of every human being, whether they know it or not. Each of us carries within a spark of enlightenment. Each of us has the potential to walk the path. The Buddha's life and teachings are a reminder that no matter how deep the darkness, the light of wisdom is never far away. As he said, "Be a light unto yourselves. Work out your own salvation with diligence." From darkness to light, this is the eternal journey of the soul. Thank you for watching on this exploration, the journey of the soul. From darkness to light, we hope this video has offered you inspiration and insight on your own spiritual journey. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.